WNIS News Time is 6:06. I'm Damian Hall with tonight's National Weather Service forecast. Showers and thunderstorms likely to roll through Hampton Roads throughout the overnight tonight. Low temperatures expected down to 76 degrees with winds out of the southwest around 25. For Thursday, scattered showers and thunderstorms likely. Heavy rainfall expected at times. Highs tomorrow towards 89. And then for tomorrow night, more showers and wet weather on the way. Heavy rainfall expected and lows down to 73. Right now, it's 88 on the south side and the peninsula, 81 on the Outer Banks of North Carolina. We are live here this hour with 757 House Whisperer on News Talk 790 WNIS.
Good evening, Hampton Roads. This is the 757 House Whisperer Show. My name is Michael Davenport. My good friend Chuck Worley of Worley's Home Services is on assignment tonight. Will not be with us. Worley's Home Services provides HVAC, plumbing, electrical, crawl space, insulation, and encapsulation. And plumbing. I forgot the big part. But he is not going to be with us tonight. And I'd like to introduce the rest of the team. I'm Michael Davenport. I'm with CVP Windows and Doors. We provide all your exterior doors and your windows made right here in Hampton Roads.
And my name is Albin. I'm with Albin Co. We specialize in home remodels. We can do an addition. We can redo your bathrooms. We could gut your kitchen out and put a new kitchen in. We can even do ground-up construction, new home construction if you got a house that you need built. So, yes, we can help you with that. Justin?
Yeah.
Oh, no, I'm sorry. I got to introduce somebody here, so I forgot. Cindy. We're going to introduce Cindy. She's with Alpha Pest Solutions. We talk a lot about her on here. There's a lot of people needing some stuff underneath their house done. She'll get in there with her team and evaluate what's going on in the crawl space of your house, whether you got moisture, you got some pests there, you got termites or fungus or different things that happen in there. She'll come and evaluate for free what's going on. So that's Cindy with Alpha Pest Solutions. She's a great contact to have in your phone book to take care of anything that you have that's related to.
She'll actually get in that crawl space
she's
herself.
Actually the one that does. Yeah, she'll get in there and she's
fight the varmints
so.
And everything.
Yep. Go ahead, Justin.
And I'm Justin Murphy with Pyramid Roofing, Gutters, and Solar. We're basically we're taking care of everybody from basically south of Richmond down to North Carolina, out to Franklin, Carsville. I'm also going to introduce Tommy Hines, the Perfect Home Remedy. He's here to help with all of your financing options. He does have a number of different ways to secure the funds to get any of these projects that you may need help with.
So did all your soles melt off your shoes today from the heat?
Oh Lord, it's not just.
You probably just stuck there, like just one step. You gotta like peel it off to make the next step.
It's
right?
getting rough. It honestly is. But we are taking all precautions we can. We are shutting it down a little bit early, getting a little bit of earlier start these days. But just looking out for not only the homeowners, but we got to take care of our crews as well.
You all be careful out there in that heat. It's really bad right now.
Yeah, and then we got.
Yeah, I'm Jack Keller with Legacy Painting. We do pretty much all painting. We do new construction. We do residential repaints, commercial repaints. Just about if it can be painted, most likely we can paint it. This time of year it's pretty hot out, so we're doing a lot of interior stuff, tall foyers, painting over new trim, new walls, stuff like that. Give us a call. And talking about Cindy, one of my guys was actually cleaning up over at after work one day, and they found a huge hornet's nest in the tree. Ooh. And he got lit up pretty bad, so she's going to be coming out and taking a look at it and hopefully getting it removed for us.
Yeah, we got the number here you need to call tonight. We're live in the studio. Please call us with any question about your house, any kind of repairs, anything we can help you with as that goes. 757-627-7979. Again, here at the studio, 757-627-7979. I'm going to give a little plug here from my buddy Chuck. My subdivision in York County on Harlan Drive today. I saw his guys there changing out somebody's HVAC system for him. I bet they were happy campers tonight when he got all that stuff put in and they had cool air again. It's been miserable. If you don't have it, you can call Worley, Worley's Home Services. I'm going to give you another number here. The number for the House Whisperer is 757-955-9415. Again, that is 757-955-9415.
What do you think the percentage of like air conditioning failures happens on? Like
on
the
the hottest
increase
day of
is
the
probably
year?
like double today than like most days.
It always
has to
seems
be.
to be
So
the case.
I mean, he's just got to be like slammed completely. Everybody's probably out changing units or recharging units or whatever. But yeah, hey, what do we got for prizes for people today?
Well, we got a gift card for you. We're going to have a couple of questions you can try to answer, and I'm going to give one out in a minute or two here. But you call in, you get the right answer, and you can get a $25 gift card. And
Can I give mine out right now? Maybe get the calls.
Go
rolling
ahead.
in?
Let's
So I had a little question that we were all kind of poking at in here in the studio just to see if somebody could come up with the answer. How many plies are in a half-inch sheet of plywood? And we were all kind of waffling on a couple answers here, so I'm going to be accepting 2 answers on this. If you give me one, I'll be great. That's great. If you give me the other one, that's fine too, or maybe you know both. So how many plies are in a sheet of half-inch plywood? Give us a call.
Let me ask you a question. How
Yeah.
big is a full sheet of plywood? How big is it? Some people may not know.
Yeah, okay, so a full sheet of plywood
Yep.
is 4 foot by 8 foot.
Yep.
So 48 inches by 96 inches.
That's in case anybody ever wants to go get a full sheet.
Yeah. Yeah. And that's pretty light compared to some of those sheets out there.
Yeah.
3/4 is going
Now,
to be
Alvin,
pretty heavy.
when you say ply, you're also talking about like the veneers.
Yeah, I guess, I guess if you get down into the nerdy part of it,
Well,
we
you
start
know.
here talking about it. Plywood is made out of plies. You got different layers are going to move in different directions, and that's where you get your rigidness out of your plywood. Rigidity, is that
Strength.
the right word?
Yeah. And they're all
in
all
the
glued
plywood.
together.
It's all glued together. So they're taking parts of a tree and they're putting it through a glue process, and then they glue it all together. I don't know do they press it
Yeah,
or
it's pressed and heat.
it's all pressed and then spit out on the assembly line. I mean, I don't know how fast they push those out, but there's a lot of glue involved, and you can have different, like it could be something that could be waterproof. Different glues might be, we're putting a lot of pressure treated lumber down on this one project that we're doing right now. So it's got 1/2 inch pressure treated on the walls, but we're doing 5/8 pressure treated on the roof.
Yep.
It's a unique situation for Hampton Roads Sanitation Department pump station. So they do things a little different on those. They build them to make sure they can last a long time and survive like any weather that could be thrown at it, because everybody's counting on that sewage working when even when things don't go right. So.
Well, Albin, even like you said, just on a pump station, I mean, you got to think, you'd want to go with a salt treated or a pressure treated just in case if something happened inside the building.
Yep.
No?
The
Yeah.
environment.
Yeah. So it's kind of a unique situation. So there's the question. Yeah, call us up. You got any problems with your house? Maybe you got some creaks going on. You got some water damage. You got some paint peeling. Something happened to your shingles. Maybe your windows are fogging up in your house.
Yep.
Something wrong with your air conditioning system. We can still get you in touch with Chuck even though he's not here. Maybe you got a finance question. Maybe we can pass you off and get you some answers with Tommy Hines. And then, of course, Cindy with Alpha Pest Solutions. Maybe you got a question related to some crawl space needs. Maybe you're wanting to do encapsulation. Just give us a call. We'll try to help you through that. So, again, the number here at the show is 757-627-7979. That's 757-627-7979. Or you can reach out to the House Whisperer, and that's number is 757-955-9415. Now, I always like to say, if you missing our shows, you can go to YouTube and just type in 757 House Whisperer, and you're gonna find us there, and you can listen to some of the old shows and hear all the stories that we talk about. A lot of people calling in with some really good questions, and we answer them there. And we're not just asking you to call in just for us to answer your question, but you calling in is going to help so many other people, because I guarantee you there's a good chance that your question is going to be a question that somebody else may not want to ask on air, and you're going to help with them getting an answer to their problem also. So give us a call.
Yeah, one thing that you need to look at too, CVP is the only manufacturer of windows in Hampton Roads all the way up through Richmond. We do offer, if you want to see actually how our vinyl windows are made, we will be glad to have you come out and take a plant tour of our plant. Everything is made right there. The vinyl comes in 20-foot lintels, which is that's 20 foot long. It's cut there, it's welded there. Glass is dropped there. It goes out to the back door, and it goes out to new homes as it goes. You can call our number at the plant at 757-887-3194. That's 757-887-3194, and set up a plant tour. Come in. It's really interesting if you like to watch that kind of stuff, how things come together and what have you. It's really cool to watch that occur.
There's stuff you guys got going on there. I mean, some, I would say, what is it, a single-axis CNC machines where things are moving, and the accuracy that you guys can get out of your cuts is just amazing. So it's pretty neat.
A lot of builders use what we use because what we do when we turn out a product there is the same thing we'd put in our own house. It's not just something that we think might last 3 or 4 years. It's something that's got a long life to it.
I think the biggest thing you guys have going for you, I know you got a good product, but just the fact that you have that personal touch where you're interacting with your customers at such a personal level. You talking to the customer or somebody in the office, there's just a lot of good interaction happening there. I've been through the process so many times, and at every step of the process, whether it's be your dispatch or somebody's handling the order or whatever, they're always interacting with you, giving you the information that you need, or they're getting the right information that they need to make sure that project goes well. And that's a pretty neat process. I mean, if you've ever been through a bad process, his process is not that. So
yeah, we take good care of our customers because we get a lot of referrals because they did have a good experience, and that's really what it's all about. And it's houses, older homes that we're doing replacement windows in. We do work in Kings Mill and Williamsburg and Ford's Colony and Williamsburg. We're getting ready to do a private residence right now. I can't tell you where, but it's like a $3 million house.
Wow!
And they, it's just we make them and create the windows based on what you want. We don't grab one off a shelf and say, it's a 2.8, 5.6, which is 2 foot 8 inches wide and 5 foot 6 inches tall. We make it to fit. I'm going to give you another question here. And I got to flip a page. There. This trivia question is, who, as a presidential candidate, got the most independent popular votes in a presidential election? He was an independent candidate. And what year did he run? He did lose, by the way. An independent in recent memory has never done it. I'd like to have his name.
Most independent popular votes.
Yeah.
Very interesting.
And we want to know his name and the year that he ran. Who got the most independent popular votes. He was an independent. The votes were general population, I'm sure. But he was not a Republican. He was not a Democrat. So we'll think about that one. Jack, why don't you tell us a little bit about what your company does, a little bit more detail. Jack is the new guy on the team. He's a young buck compared to most.
Welcome aboard, Jack.
But he's extremely talented. and you do well to have him come in your house and take care of business. Go ahead, Jack.
Great. Yeah. Well, thank you, Mike. So yeah, I mean, one of the first things I tell our customers when we sit down and meet with them is our goal is to make the whole process of working with us, just as easy as possible, as stress-free as possible. We do that a couple of different ways. The first way is just having a great team of painters that will come into your house. All my guys are background checked, super polite, super respectful. They're going to take care of your home, make sure everything's covered, put away, taken off the wall. And the second is we always like to have our customers communicate with them throughout the entire process, throughout the painting, and the project, so there's no questions. They know exactly what's going on, and just make it a really easy, enjoyable experience. Is there a call coming through?
Yeah, but go ahead and finish yours.
Well, they can wait just a second. This is really interesting.
Yeah. So we love to take the time, and I'm always involved with the jobs as well. Constant updates, coming over, meet with the customers, making sure everything's going smoothly, making sure we get the right products.
Let me ask you a quick question. If sometimes people get things painted and they had a picture on the wall and a little nail or something, do you fix all those holes when you're coming through doing that?
Yeah. So pretty much our standard, I guess, package you would call it is we come in, and if there's any stress cracks, nail holes, dents from kids, or punching a wall, stuff like that, we'll take care of. Not it's just part of what we do when we come in. So make sure all that's sanded, smooth, and pretty much you won't be able to notice it on your wall is the idea.
Do you concentrate any specific area in Hampton Roads, or you cover the whole place, or what?
Yeah, so pretty much all of Hampton Roads. Majority of what we do is right in Yorktown, Newport News, and Williamsburg, but we also do projects down here in Norfolk, Virginia Beach, Chesapeake as well. So yeah, we pretty much the whole Hampton Roads area will service.
Awesome.
Yeah,
that's really
great.
cool.
Why don't we talk to Johnny over here in Chesapeake?
He may have an answer to your trivia question.
Yeah, Johnny, you got an answer for us, buddy? Which one you answering?
Hey, Sherry, when did Ross Perot run?
Yeah, you got that part right. Do you remember what year it was? Johnny, you there?
I feel like he's...
Yes, I'm here.
Okay, what year was it that he ran?
I'm going to guess 1992.
You guessed exactly right.
Go.
Have you given your information to the
Good
call
deal,
screener?
man.
No, I haven't.
Okay, well, you need to hold on. They're going to put you back on hold so we can get that
Johnny,
card out to
before we
you.
put you on hold, what do you got? You got a house in the Chesapeake area? Maybe you got some stuff going on there that you want to talk about, or is it new or old? I guess
there, Johnny?
we might have lost
Johnny,
Johnny.
you got to listen to us through the phone, my friend.
I'm here.
Okay.
Okay.
Go ahead.
Yeah, we were just asking. You see, it looks like you might be from Chesapeake. We were just curious if you're living in a new home, or you got a home that might have some creaks or things that you might want to talk about. This is the House Whisperer. We like to talk. We like to hear what houses have to say to us.
Well, I live in Chesapeake, and I live in an older house. It's a brick home.
Nice.
And I have a doorway that leads to the outside. It seems like it's starting to sag. Could that be the metal plate that's above it?
So what is it? You said it's sticking when you close it or something?
Yeah,
Yeah, is it an all brick house?
all brick.
Yeah, you were talking. That's a lintel up above the door.
Did you say it was a front door that was sticking?
It's a garage door.
Garage?
Yeah, small man
Going out
door.
from the garage outside.
Yeah, I mean, it's a lot of those, sometimes they just see a lot of weather. If it's on the side of the house and there's a gable there, lot of rain coming down on those unless you got an awning. Is it covered or is it exposed?
No, I have a large overhang, plus I have gutters on the house.
Okay. Well, it could be some settling going on. I would look in the garage, see if you got any cracks in the slab that might be an indication. If you see some cracks moving towards that door, or you see a crack above it in the brick or whatever above that, that could be an indication that you got some settling going on. But those little areas need to be addressed. If you leave those cracks, you can get some water in there, and they're just going to open up more and more as moisture gets in there, especially when winter comes on. that ice will push those cracks open even more. So you just want to be really careful there.
Well, Albin, what do you think about every house is specific for sure. But, normally entryway doors are a little bit nicer. You think it might just be a quality control problem on a side?
Well, yeah, it could be. But Johnny, thanks for calling in. Stay on the line so you can get your gift card. And again, this is the 757 House Whisperer. If you got a question or a need that with something that's going on with your house, give us a call. You can call us at 757-627-7979. That's 757-627-7979. Or you can reach us by calling the 757 House Whisperer number, which is 955-9415. Again, 955-9415. I think we're going to go to break now.
That's right. And we'll be back right after the quick news words right here on 757 House Whisperer. Get your calls in now leading up to 7 o'clock news break. It's News Talk 790 WNIS and online at WNIS.com.
Job playing that. How do you get that guitar jam out there like that, Michael?
Get it. Good evening, Hampton Roads. This is the 757 House Whisperer Show, brought to you by Chuck Worley at Worley's Home Services. They do the HVAC, which they're doing in my subdivision today for a lucky couple, plumbing, electrical, crawl space, and installation from spray foam. My name is Michael Davenport. I'm with CVP Windows and Doors. We're in Newport News. We custom make all the exterior door, window projects that you have. We make our own sliding glass doors. We can make anything to fit. We do sliding glass doors 16 feet to have 4 panels, really nicely laid out.
And you do new construction and what do you call those, or retrofits or
we do complete renovation, total tear out of your window, put a new window in. We got vinyl brick mold that we can put on the window. Our windows are accepted for the projects like in Kings Mill up in Williamsburg, the Ford's Colony in Williamsburg, and that vinyl brick mold. It's a true brick mold extrusion. And it is really the sharp deal.
It really looks good.
When we change that window and do a total frame replacement, we inspect the framing around it, your jack stud, etc. Inspect the header, and then we put that window back in there, and you're done with the windows. It's all vinyl. You don't have to worry about that anymore.
What kind of stuff you got between the glass in there in the windows?
Well, we do low E glass, and we can do low E glass that is 366, which the Energy Star windows changed back in October, and it's actually following a contour line, and some places you can use a certain low E, and the other places you have to have a little bit beefier low E. We also do STC rated windows. Those windows are used where you have high noise areas, like right next to the interstate.
And that stands for like sound transmission control, right?
Yeah,
coefficient. All right.
When we just did a big project for the breeding companies in Norfolk, right over there near Lake Taylor High School. It's Lake Taylor Point. Extremely nice apartments. Some of them have 2-car garages in an apartment. That's a pretty rare deal. And they back up to the interstate. And we were chosen. They're all double hung windows. We were chosen because that STC rated glass, when you're like close to the interstate, who wants to live close to that and listen to the cars? You cannot hear, believe it, you cannot hear the cars when we have those windows in there. We did one for Clancy and Thays over on Shore Drive at the Lesnar Bridge. If you remember where that is, they did the big bridge overhaul a few years back. They built a apartment building that it couldn't have been 20 feet from the roadway. And
it's wherever the land is, isn't it? It's like they just find that little spot, and they got to build, so they got to figure out how to make it work.
You couldn't do it years ago because of that noise. And I had to go over there. I mean, I knew on paper all the testing showed that, it's going to be okay. But I had to go see for myself.
Experience it yourself.
And I got in there, and the superintendent had the window open when I went in that day, and we were yelling. We couldn't hear each other. And he closed that window, and it got just like this, and you could hear him fine. And
Amazing.
it was
Very
absolutely
nice.
amazing.
Well, my name is Albin. I'm with Albin Co. We specialize in home remodels. So if you have a bathroom that you want to remodel or a kitchen that you want to remodel, maybe you want to shift some stuff around in the house. You want to maybe put the kitchen where the bedroom is and the bedroom where the kitchen is. We can help you out with that. Maybe you want an addition, add a second story, or you just want new construction. We can help you out with that. Hey, by the way, call us 757-627-7979. We'd like to help you with any of the questions you might have running through your head about your house. Because, as Chuck says, houses talk to us. We hear when you come and talk to us about what's going on in your house. We've been there. We've done that over and over again with so many things. We can help you through that by whatever you say to us. We can figure out what's going on in your house and maybe provide some information. If we can't provide information to you right now, we can get you connected with some people that can. Speaking of people that can help you out, Cindy with Alpha Pest Solutions.
Oh, yeah.
She can help you out in so many ways in your crawl space, whether you've got some moisture issues, you got some fungus issues or black mold issues or rodents. Maybe you got some termites or
She'll fight a raccoon for you.
Yeah, she'll she's the one that will crawl underneath there for you.
Yep.
So, and she does free home inspections. So if you want to get connected with her, we can help you out with that. Justin?
Yeah, I'm Justin Murphy with Pyramid Roofing, Gutters, and Solar. We're just here to be open, honest, and transparent, especially with all the the weather we've been having here lately. Just like to let y'all know that it's not always worst case scenario. You don't always have to replace the roof. Sometimes there are other options. I mean, you can do some repairs, but I mean, if you just want an honest opinion, please give us a call. But I'm also going to introduce Tommy Hines for the Perfect Home Remedy. He's the guy if you need any kind of financing options or just trying to free up some money. Give Tommy Hines a call, and he'll get that worked out for you.
Yeah, and I'm Jack Keller with Legacy Painting. We really specialize in residential and commercial repaints and drywall. We also do some new construction as well. We do a bunch of different things around the area, car washes, Starbucks, storage unit facilities, stuff like that. And also with Cindy, she's be coming out and taking care of a big hornet's nest that we got hanging in a tree. So looking forward to getting rid of that as well.
And,
Awesome.
the service area for about all of us runs pretty much up towards Richmond.
Yeah.
It goes down into Elizabeth City, runs up into the northern neck, eastern shore. We go where the situations occur and the people want to have a quality job, and that's what our people are all about. We always are about taking care of the folks because they're the ones that are going to be there talking about how good the job they got from any of the people on our team. And we are the ones that make sure that those things occur.
Now, Michael, I know your question got answered. The guy knew he's pretty sharp, but I still have my question here. Let me repeat it just so we can see if we get some people calling in. So, how many plies does a half-inch piece of plywood have? That's the layer. I mean, you could call it layers too. Glued layers within a half-inch piece of plywood, and I said there's two answers that we would accept because we kind of were all kind of agreeing that there's two answers that would work for this. So if you got both of them, call us. If you got one of them, call us. Or if you got some question about your house, give us a shout at 757-627-7979. That's 627-7979, or you can reach us at 955-9415.
Now, when we're talking about the plywood itself, we're talking about a CDX variant, not the OSB with the wafers that are
tripping me
glued.
up on that stuff. So maybe you can explain the difference. So, wait, we got a call coming in. Nick with Hampton.
What are you
He's got
saying,
some type
Nick?
of renovations here.
Nick, what's going on, man?
Oh, hey, yeah. So I bought a home a few years ago, and there's a utility room that used to have a heater for that uses the water to circulate around the house.
Yeah.
And so it's a decent space. It's about 8 by 12 foot. It's kind of at the edge of the house and has a sloped roof. And I was thinking about turning it into a second bathroom because right now it's a 3-bed, 1-bath house.
Well, I'm gonna let
I was wondering.
talk to you about that one, buddy.
There's
'cause that's
potential
right up
there.
his.
I mean, if you only have one bath and you need a second one, maybe you could get it to fit. Is that what's your question?
Yeah, so it's got a water heater, and right now it's got the laundry in it. So I was kind of wondering, what's the practicality of, small room like that? Would you recommend fitting, say, a laundry room and a bathroom in a small space?
And you can do a lot of stuff with a small space nowadays. It's amazing. I mean, if you really go in there and you start digging into tiny houses, you'll find toilets that have sinks that are integrated with them. You can put your toilet in the wall instead of having, your tank. It just depends on what that space looks like. If you got block wall or you got interior walls that where you can nest that into the wall. The sloping roof, I definitely probably put the toilet underneath there, because you don't have to have the same headroom in that area as you would for a sink or anything like that. And so there's some guidelines for that. You can look it up online and Google that. What's the headspace that you need for a toilet under? I would kind of liken it to putting a toilet under a stairwell, because you said the roof slopes. I don't really know how far this roof is sloping down. What kind of height do you have at the lowest point in that room?
Oh, it's still a little bit above head height.
Oh, well, then you're golden there.
Good,
so,
and,
yeah.
And Albin, what do you think about utilities already ran for the most part? If that's a
yeah,
laundry
you got
room?
a lot of that stuff there, and they've got grinder pumps out there now. If you needed to, you can actually still get a toilet in there with I think it's like a quarter, half inch, or maybe even a 3/4 inch line, where you can actually, as long as you can get power to it, it'll just grind it up and feed it to another location and dump it into your I mean, it's just amazing what you can do now. So yeah, you got potential there, and I would definitely say make that work, because I mean, I don't know, have you guys ever waited in line at a bathroom in a house? You get, how many bedrooms did you say you had?
It's a 3-bed, 1-bath. It's got an addition too, so.
Yeah, a bath would definitely be. I mean, if you were looking to sell that, you definitely want that second bath, and of course, even
That's the other thing I wanted to ask you guys is basically how much overall a project like this should sort of run me versus, say, the increase in rent that I should be able to get a few years down the road.
Oh, so you're renting it. Okay. So yeah, I would imagine you can definitely fetch a lot more money on that if you did that. It's difficult to say. I mean, looking at the space or whatever, but yeah, I don't necessarily have a number I could throw out there. I wish I did, because
depends a lot on the finishes, though, doesn't
well,
it?
I mean, even with COVID and interest rates going up, and or where they're at right now, labor rates are up. It's very difficult without me just sitting down and working through the numbers to come up with stuff. So.
I understand, but just like sort of a basic kind of to check to see if someone was ripping me off. Like, is this a $10,000 project or a $30,000 project?
Well,
you know what I mean?
Yeah, so it could easily be 10, but it also could be 30 depending on your selections, because a lot of people don't realize that there is a tremendous amount of money in selections, meaning what toilet do you pick out, what sink do you pick out, how much tile are you going to put in the room, are you going to tile the floor, is it already tiled, does the guy have to pull up tile? So I mean, it's just so much, and one thing that is it compounds the problem for you is if you do get a space saver toilet, don't expect to pay your budget price on your toilet. If you want a space saver sink, or you're going to cut it into the wall, no contractor is going to come in there and give you a price to do that room, and then you say, hey, can you put it in the wall? He's not going to do it for the same price, because there's a lot of work in there. Because when you start moving stuff back in there, your plumbing moves with it and all that stuff.
Yep.
You got something, Justin?
I was going to say, Albin, saying that it might be a rental down the road too. I mean, you want to take that into account. It may not be worth putting, Ferrari in there if
you're right.
Tenant's going to use
because you just, unless you got a high dollar rental, where you're paying, maybe you got. I know that a lot of people. We've got a lot of people in this area that are transient. You got the Air Force, military, the Army, all that stuff, and I know they're held to a higher standard. So you get somebody like that in there, I'd say, yeah, you're golden. Just whatever you want to do. So
a couple last details then. What are your thoughts on tankless water heaters in the Hampton area? And what would be the most economical recommendation for flooring? Tile versus linoleum versus.
I'm gonna give you two answers, and I mean, go with the tankless for sure.
Yeah,
that is
definitely.
a wonderful thing.
I've
If
got
you're
it, love it.
renting, maybe not, but if you want it for your own house, do that.
Worley's Home Services can do that for you all day long.
And then you got I would go with the custom vinyl planks for the other. But
Yeah.
hey, we do appreciate you calling in. We got another caller coming in, Mary in
Marie.
Hampton. I'm sorry, Marie. Excuse me. Hey, Marie.
No, it's Mary. You're right.
Oh, I'm sorry. Okay.
You
We just had it typed on the screen wrong. So hey, how are you doing?
Oh, I'm doing all right. I guess I heard y'all on here. I was just wondering, I asked the lady, did you all have senior citizens programs?
I'm sorry. Say that one more time.
Senior citizen discounts. she
I
said.
know.
Yes.
Over at us, we do. We do actually. I mean, we give military discounts. We do have seniors discounts. We do run a couple coupons here and there. What about Albin and Mike?
I just moved from Washington, D.C., where I was going to school, and I moved back home because my mother passed away. I'm here. She's here in Hampton. And her home needs a little work on it. I wanted to rent out some couple of rooms to maybe to the military and make some money on it. But I can't seem like it's the way it look on the outside.
What did you do when you were working in Washington, D.C.?
I work for the mayor of Washington, D.C., Marion Berry.
What you say?
Work for the mayor.
Oh, for the mayor.
Marion Berry. You ever heard of him?
I know at Custom Vinyl right now we do discounts for first responders and military, and also for cash. But that's a good point. I'll bring it up with my partner tomorrow about the senior citizen discounts. That's an excellent thing to think about, and I appreciate your talking about that, Mary.
But I just don't have the money.
Well, I
So
totally
I
understand.
know I
We
need
do provide financing, and Tommy provides
Tommy.
financing, so you can always get financing if you want a project done.
Well,
That-
let's get her number,
point.
and we'll get somebody to call you that can help you with financing.
All right, let me put you on. I'll put you on hold, Mary, and we'll do that. We'll put you on hold, and we'll get you taken care of. More open phone lines. It's now 6:51 here on 757 House Whisperer on News Talk 790 WNIS.
Hey, so we got another caller coming in, Tom. So Tom, what you got going on? Oh, you got to answer for the trivia questions.
And Tom, do us a favor. Turn down your radio and listen through your phone.
What you got going on? Yeah, I just wanted to take a stab at that plywood question. How many plies in the
Yes,
average
sir.
plywood?
All right.
What's your guess?
A 5?
5. So we're close, but you gotta maybe
for a half inch, you don't have
yeah,
5.
you just can't quite get that many plies in half inch.
You
so
gotta be at least 5/8.
Hey, you're from Chesapeake, so you got a house out there? Is it old or new?
It's about 25 years old.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Well, great.
Did you get? So if it's 25 years old, it was born around 2000, and so
That's correct.
Yeah. Have you changed your windows since you moved into the property?
As needed.
As needed.
When the seal, when we get the seal failure, we replace.
Yeah,
the window.
seal failure.
How's the house holding up for you?
It's a brick house holding up fine.
That's great, man.
Yeah, brick
Like
house.
getting time for a new roof.
You can't go wrong with a brick
Well,
house.
You got Justin here with Pyramid Roofing. You see their advertisements on TV with the yellow truck.
They're on my list.
They should be.
Awesome, cool.
They're good. They're really good, and they get in there and get the job done. There's no doubt about that. One thing you don't want to do is have a guy take all your money and then say, "I'll see you in 6 months."
One of those taillight warranties there, Michael.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, no,
Yeah.
At Pyramid, we don't even play that game. I mean, if you just want to be open and honest, I will say that you said it's 24 going on 25 years old?
Yeah.
So that's still what I still consider, like new construction, even though it is a little bit older. That's kind of when the new construction really took off. Do you know if you have an architectural shingle or did you have a 3-tab? Do your shingles look flat
It's
almost?
a 30 year.
Okay,
30-year architectural.
Now,
that's good.
Just a piece of note. The 30-year architectural, it is a 30-year from the manufacturer. That's recommended best case scenario. Around here, we really don't get the best case scenario, but I'm not trying to scare you into anything either. I'd recommend let us take a look at it and kind of let you know what you got.
Justin ain't the guy that's going to try to talk you into something. I've known him a while. He is not that guy.
I would rather just be honest and just keep it all on the table.
Is there anything over the course? Was this house built for you, or did you just move in recently?
I've been there the whole time.
Oh, that's
Nice,
awesome.
nice.
So. Yeah, this would be a good question for you then. Is there anything that you wish you would have done differently? Like layout-wise, or,
Is it a ranch or a two-story?
Would you have upgraded the windows, or would you have done something different with your ceiling heights or how things are built in the house? It just seems to, every time, you come around to this point, something rolls up in your head and you're like, man, I wish I would have done something different there.
No, I built this one pretty much the way I wanted it. That's why I've been here for so long.
That's awesome.
That is really cool.
Who was your builder?
It was Executive Homes.
Okay, I'm not familiar with them. I'm a little bit older than most guys here, but I'm not familiar with them.
Well, Tom, thanks for calling in. I appreciate it.
Yeah, well, sorry I didn't get the answer right.
That's okay, buddy.
But
Thank
it
you.
was dead close, though.
You still get what are you?
Yeah,
what
you
you get?
called in.
So you
You're
called
gonna get a
in,
gift
and you
card.
still get a gift card. So congratulations on that. You have a good night.
Take care,
All right,
man.
thank you so much.
Uh-huh.
I definitely have Pyramid on my list.
Awesome.
Thank you. Yeah, Chuck was on assignment tonight, and so we're covering for him. I hope you guys out there have enjoyed the show. We like it when we get more calls in. We got two minutes left.
So
just remember, when you have a problem with your home, you need to call us. We can call and answer your questions. 757-955-9415. That's the number to the 757 House Whisperer.
Yeah, you can text into that number
Yeah,
too.
you can.
You can
I
text
forgot
in there.
about
So
that.
don't forget, you can also go to the YouTube channel, type in 757 House Whisperer, look at some of the shows there. But we'd love to get you connected with somebody that can help you. So even off air, you don't have to call in now. You can also text in.
Oh, no, Alvin, I hate to cut you off there, but, you did mention YouTube, but we're also on Facebook, too.
Yes, sir.
So, that is another option as
We're
well.
not on Facebook Live tonight because Chuck isn't here. But we do have Facebook history, and it tells you the different people that are on it when the shows are going on. So we're trying to cover everything we can to help you out. We got Bob over in Smithfield. Let's grab Bob. We got 60 seconds, Bob. Talk to us, buddy.
Hello, Tommy. You live, is Tommy there?
No,
not tonight, but
right?
he's probably listening, so he probably still heard the hello.
Okay. He lives across the street from my son. He and I figured out where.
We got about
need
30
to
seconds.
go.
You got an answer for us?
All right, CDX plywood, 30 seconds actually. It's 3-ply and or 4-ply.
Yes,
There
sir.
you go.
Paid a man.
Winner,
That's it.
chicken dinner.
There you go.
Very
True.
good. Hey, it's a good way to end the show. We got to
Yep.
wrap it up right now, but if you stay on the line, you will get your gift card.
See us next week, people. See us next week.
The preceding program was sponsored and paid for by Worley Home Services, who's entirely responsible for its content.